Let us pray. Dear Lord, our God, our Lord, and our Savior. It's to thee that we come one more time. It's the Wednesday heaven is still open to the believing and sin. Dear God, we ask that you would look out the windows of heaven, look down at E25. Reverend Richard Wilson driving your sanctuary you have given unto us to worship you in spirit and in truth. We come at this hour, God, asking that you would take us out of self. Let us down the deep treasure of your word. Hide us behind the rugged cross that we only be an instrument that will use this day to speak unto thy people. We now consecrate our hearts and our listening ear, that we may hear what the Spirit says unto the church. Father, can you bless this household of faith? Remember me, you under shepherd, the men and women of God who share this preaching task along with me to all of thy children. Oh God, and to those who've been hit by the corona's death, oh God, we pray for every family that's been stricken and hurt by this coronavirus, God. You say you are a shield and our buckler. You are our own protection. You are God. Now, God, tonight, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, my Lord, my strength, and my Redeemer. These are all blessings we ask in the precious name of Jesus Christ. And the church say, amen. Give an honor to Almighty God, to the men and women of God, who share this preaching task along with me, to all of his children again that are present. I want to share from the Oakland Baptist Church family these words for Resurrection Sunday, celebrating the resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. From Matthew's Gospel, chapter 28, I'll read verses 1 through 12, and we'll share with you from there. Begin saying, and the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, came Mary Magdalene and other Mary to the sepulchre. And behold, there was a great earthquake, for the angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone from the door and sat upon it. His countenance was like lightning, his raiment white as snow. And for fear of him, the keepers did shake and became as dead men. And the angel answered and said unto them, the women, fear not ye, for I know that you seek Jesus, which was crucified. He is not here, for he has risen, as he said. Come see the place where the Lord laid him. And go quickly and tell my disciples that he has risen from the dead. And behold, I will go before you into Galilee. There shall you all see him, I have told you. And they departed quickly from the sepulchre with fear and great joy, that they run to bring the disciples word. And as they went to tell the disciples, behold, Jesus met them, saying, all hail. And they came and held him by the hand, and held him by the feet, and worshiped him. Then said Jesus unto them, be not afraid. Go tell my brethren that they go into Galilee, and there shall they see me. Now when they were going, behold, some of the watch came to the city, and showed unto the chief priests all things that were done. And when they were assembled with the elders and had taken counsel, they gave large money unto the soldiers. Verse 13 and 14, saying, say you, his disciples came by night and stole him away while we slept. And if any come to thee of the governor's ear, we will protect you, persuade him to secure you. May the blessed word of God be a blessing to the hearer and the doer of his word. For a few moments, I want to share this thought with you, too good to be true. And that whatever in a time in society, we need to understand who God really is. And I've noticed when people say Good Friday, they talk about a Good Friday. And I have to differ a little bit with them. What's good about a Friday? When your Savior is being crucified and being buried, and going to get buried in the grave. But the good, I guess they looked at the last 7 words that he spoke from the cross as he was getting ready to finish salvation, to bring man in redemption, to restore him back in a fellowship with God. He says unto them, now, this is what my God says to us, that do this in remembrance of me. God wants us to remember what Jesus did for us on a hill called Calvary. And I love the way Paul put it, every time I try to do good. He said evil is always present somewhere around. But the God that we serve will never leave us nor forsake us. He will meet all our needs according to his riches and glory. He is our light. He's our salvation. He is the strength of our life. And he says, Father, forgive them, they know not what they do. The second word he gave was a thief saying, Lord, remember me when you come into your kingdom. The third word he gave said, Son, behold thy mother, and mother, behold thy son. And the fourth word was, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? He felt like God had forsaken him, but God had not forsaken him. God had blinded his eyes to the sin that was laid on his son. God would never leave us nor forsake us. God will never forget us. He will come back and give us just what we need. And the fifth word, he said, Lord, I thirst. He was thirsting not because for water, but he was thirsting for humanity, looking at humanity, how blind it was, how lost they were, and how it seemed like they didn't understand his presence. But then he says in the sixth word, it is finished. And I had to ask him, God, what was finished? He said, Genesis 3:15, the seed of the woman has bruised a serpent head, and his seed are healed. Dr. Matthew Henry said that was thread of redemption being put into action. I said, tell me what else is finished, God. He said, Isaiah 7:14, a virgin will be child and bring forth a child, and his name shall be called Emmanuel, interpreted as God with us. Butter and honey shall he eat, that he not resist the evil and do the good. I said, God, what else could you tell me in the company? Isaiah 9:6, under us a child will be born. Under us a son will be given, and a government will be up on his shoulder. His name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Prince of Peace, Everlasting Father. I say, God, tell me what else going to happen. He's going to come down, 42 generations. He's going to unfold himself from the glory of God. He's going to take on the form of a servant. And Matthew's going to talk about it. His name shall be called Jesus, and he shall take away the sins of the people. What else is going to happen? He's going to be born by a woman named Mary. Glory of the Lord going to shine upon her. And there will be her birth. And when he come into this world, there will be no room for him. Even though he owns the world and everything in it, but there will be no room for him. But he was born in a stable. But he didn't stay there, because he knew who he was and what his accomplishment would be. He accomplished the goals. He accomplished what God had set him out to do. And that sixth word, he says, finished. I've been brought here to bring redemption to the world, and I've opened blinded eyes. And after he got that, the Bible says he dropped his head and the locks of his shoulder. And nobody killed him. The Bible said he gave up the ghost. Some writers say he went down in the grave, took Satan and wrapped him up. Said, I know you thought you had me. But Corinthians, the 15th chapter, 3 and 4 said he was crucified. They buried him. But on the third day, he rose from the grave with all power and heaven and earth in his hand. So now they have buried him, they have put him in a grave. They think it's all over. They celebrate. But God said, don't celebrate too soon, it ain't over yet. The thief comes to steal, to kill, and destroy. But I have come that you may have life, that you may have it more abundant. I want to prove to you that I am the resurrection and life. He that believeth in me, though he or she were dead, yet shall they live. He said, I am that I am. And the Bible says they crucified him, they buried him, they put him in the grave. And Mary Magdalene and Mary, they're going to see him at the grave, to anoint his body, to do him. arrive at the grave, they see an angel who have descended from heaven. He's sitting on the side of the grave. And he asked the question, who do you see? They said, Jesus Christ. They said, oh, I can show you what a place he laid, but he's not here. He has risen as he said he would. He said, now go tell my disciples that I have risen from the grave, and tell them I will meet them in Galilee. Oh, and every time you try to do something that is positive for humanity, Satan always want to try to bribe or do something out of the ordinary. So she goes back to tell Peter, James, and John and the disciples that he's not dead, he's alive. But he said, fear not. Don't be afraid. He's still God. Don't be afraid. Just look and see that he's not here. And go tell him that he's still God. He's still alive. And they go, and as they leave, here come the Pharisees, the Sadducees. They say, oh, he has risen. They said, no, we cannot let that get out. We're going to have to make a statement that while they were sleeping, the disciples came and stole the body. Jesus said, tell them that's not so. The grave was not open for me to get out. Because I could have gotten out on my own. I didn't need nobody to unstop the grave for me to get out. The grave was open that you may get in to see that I'm not there. God had opened a door for us to come in the house of faith. Over 2,000 years ago, he opened a door for us to come in the household of faith. He didn't open the door that he could get out of the grave, but he opened the grave that we could come in the grave and see that he's not a liar, that he's a true and a living God. He's King of kings. He's Lord of lords. He's everything we need in society today. But he's saying to society, you're trying to bribe the people. You're selling everything in the house but me. You're giving out everything in the house but my love, my joy, my peace, my wisdom, my understanding. You're giving out everything. You're having all kind of activities, but am I in it? What are you doing? Our purpose to go seek and save that which was lost, to bind up the brokenhearted, to set the captive free. They said, whatever you do, don't let it get out that he risen. But tell them that they stole him and they took him from the grave. But a lie never wins. A lie will never win. The truth will prevail. Truth will always come forward. And as they went and they were on their way, he met with them. He said, hail to y'all. It's me, hold me, hold my feet, hold my hand. It's me. Go and tell my disciples to meet me in Galilee. I'm alive. Can I tell you today, I'm happy he's alive. I'm happy because every time I turn around, he's blessing me. Every time I turn around, he's showing me how awesome he is. He's showing me that, son, when you connect with me, I will take care of all your need. I will supply your every need. Son, watch me. But naysayers will say it's too good to be true. They will come and tell you it's too good to be true. How can a God lay down and get up on his own? How can a God go in a grave, crucified, brutalized, spit upon, spilled in his side, spilled in his hands, spilled in his leg, but on the third day he got up? It seems like it's too good to be true. When sometime in God bless our life, it seems like it's too good to be true. It seems like when God does great things in America, it seems like it's too good to be true. Oh, I know people talking about coronavirus, and I know they're looking at it in a sad way, but God always allow things to happen that heaven might be glorified. Well, God will end up letting coronavirus know that I'm still God. I'll allow you to take something because I'm going to allow you to take something. They prepared, they were ready, and those that are not ready, I'm going to leave them behind. Give them another chance. God is telling America, I'm giving you another chance. I'm giving you another opportunity to come out of darkness and come back to the light. I'm giving you another opportunity to train up your children in the presence of God. I'm giving you an opportunity to come off the street. Come in my house. So man cannot live by just bread alone. Red beans are good. Cabbage are good. Collards are good. But that's only for the physical. The spiritual man has to be fed to stay alive. It seems like it's too good to be true. Yeah, man, 3 days ago was crucified. A man was beaten and robbed and did everything to it. Thrown in jail, did everything, put him in a grave. But then they go there and he's not there. The reason he wasn't there because he's King of Kings, he's Lord of Lords. He has all authority. We talk about the Trinity. We talk about God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. But we don't see the Trinity in the Bible. But God has placed the Trinity in passage of Scripture in the Bible. In this Matthew chapter 28, he said, I'm going to give you a commission. Even though I'm going to leave you, I'm blessing y'all. I want you to go into all the world. Teach them to observe all things when I command you, and lo, I will be with you. God will never leave us. God is with us. God will stand by. The struggles of life are just a test in time. The pains of life are just a test of time. The hurts of life is a test of time. That if we really God's children, he'll tell us, hold on because I'm here. David said in Psalm 30, I will bless the Lord at all times. We ought to be praising God. The church should not be shut down. The church shall be open. But I can understand why they got the church house closed. They're trying to save lives. They're trying to protect lives. But you can't protect God from nothing God want to do. God going to allow whatever coronavirus they intended to do. God have allowed it. But God said, don't worry, be happy because I'm going to give you something you ain't never had before. I'm going to give you a peace that passes all understanding. I'm going to give you something, he says, I need you to go. Tell them God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit is in the 28th chapter. Tell them I'm there. When you go, you tell them that God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit is alive. I don't have to put the Trinity there. I put the three there. The three come into one. They serve in their capacity. The Holy Spirit leads, guides, and directs. Jesus makes the request known unto God, and God has authority to carry out what he wants to. God is trying to tell America, I'm crying over you. I'm crying, he's saying, how often I would have continued to gather you like a hen would gather a brood, but you won't come. You think you got it all. You think because you're a blessed nation, you got it all. But you don't have it all till you have me as Lord and Savior of your life. You won't have it all. Clothes won't bring you to heaven. Cars and houses won't get you to heaven. You got to have a relationship with my Father, with my Son, and the Holy Spirit to get into heaven. Tell them, Hurst, as best as your knowledge, tell them, Hurst, that I'm coming back. It won't be coronavirus, but tell them I'm coming back. Tell them it's going to be fine next time. Last time it was water. Tell them this time it's going to be fine. You think they're running now? Watch when I come back. They'll be running. They'll be telling the mountain to fall, and the mountain will skip away and say, no. You had an opportunity to get it right. You had an opportunity. God didn't take you out. He gave you another chance to come to the house. For prayers can be made and mercy can be found. Father, before I close this statement, God, look down in Dallas on my brother. I got some sad news, but God is still God. Cover him with your blood. Cover him with your loving kindness. God, I want to thank you. I want to thank you, God, for your loving kindness. I want to thank you for your care. They worship him, and some doubted him, and Jesus said, "Speak unto them all power, and given unto me in heaven and earth. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptized in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Tell them that they shall observe all things that you speak to their heart. Everything I command you, tell it. Don't be afraid. Tell it like it is." If you do that for me, Hurst, you have saved your soul. Tell them it's late in the evening, and the sun is going down. Tell them I died on an old rugged cross. Tell them they threw all the sins of the world on me, but I accepted. I told my Father, make me a body, I'll go down. I put man's hand back in you. I put man's faith back in you. I put joy in some hearts. I put love in some hearts. I put peace in some hearts. But they got to open the door. Revelation 3:20 says, he said, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock." It's time for us to open the doors of our heart, to receive him as Lord and Savior. I feel like I'm in Jerusalem. I feel like I'm at the cross. He's high and he's lifted up. He ain't dropping his head. Saying, speak. Speak to humanity. Tell them the word is real. Tell them the word has power. Tell them the word will either draw them, or it's going to set them away. Tell them I love them. I say to my Oakland family, I say to whoever hears this message, you cannot live without him. You cannot make it without him. Money is not our source. Christ is our source. If he's not your source, you're in trouble. And I think of him relying on my clothes, and I rely on my bed. And he just speaks to my heart. He just speaks to me. I'm going to speak to his people. A change will take place. I want to thank Nisha, Ms. Mary, for giving me this opportunity to stand here today with God. My wife is great. You think this church is filled. You don't see the people, but I see them. When it's over, you could say you got this from Charles Hurst. They're going to run up in you. How long they going to stay, I don't know, but they come. Because they just found out that God is real. When you know he's real, learn how to trust him. God bless you. Good evening.